Hello folks, today at the Universal Man 002 channel, we're talking about discrimination. Okay, what is discrimination? Somebody that is somebody, anti-black, anti-Japanese, or whatever. Well, different forms of discrimination. What is discrimination here in the United States? People discriminate against blacks, even though I live in Miami, Florida. But discrimination in the United States of America, it have it has been since a long time ago. Discrimination against Asians in the United States, that has been the worst thing that have happened in World War II. Remember, war with Japan, they don't want to see them. These guys were isolated. Discrimination against blacks here in the States, it has been there in southern states, parts of Georgia, Alabama, and stuff like that. You have these guys that are wearing white white outfits and a white cap. They're known as the KKK. Yes, those guys are a bunch of jerks. Discrimination against Spanish speakers. Well, some they say, oh, yeah, the Mexicans are taking over, whatever. Well, we're just stupid. You know, it's like immigration to just cherry pick people. Who knows? Well, this is one study to say, if somebody have come to this country, whatever it is, and you have different type of lifestyles, something has been used all over the world, it expands. People nowadays, they could wear a shitload of tattoos all over their body if they want to, right? Let's say if we talk about immigration also. For example, people here that just want to, just for the heck of it, want to have tattoos all over their body. Well, no problem. Other and even though immigration crap happens, people that look like terrorists, but they're not. They don't have nothing to deal with these jerks. Well, they get denied or whatever, or they can't live in this country, or because hey, guess what? You ain't. Guess what? You're not be able to work in this country because of that, or immigrants from some Spanish-speaking countries saying, "Hey, can't work, or you're not gonna be you're gonna you're not gonna be able to work here." That's kind of stupid, right? Because this is just the U.S. I don't know about other countries, but yes, another form of this is just like another term of discrimination, of labeling people. Yeah, oh, you ain't gonna do that, you ain't gonna do this shit, or whatever. And they let people from Eastern Europe or whatever don't realize. Okay, what are the lifestyle? People having shitloads of tattoos just for the heck of it. Nothing related to a particular gang, right? Right? Somebody from Japan wants to live in the United States, but they wanted to have a bunch of tattoos just for the heck of it, all over their body. He comes here, guess what? You're not accepted. Why? because they think he's Yakuza, but he's not Yakuza. He just want to have a bunch of tattoos, and that's it, just for the heck of it, right? And then this guy can't be in the United States because he have shit loads of tattoos, and that's what it is. A Japanese dude that just want to have shitloads of tattoos just for the heck of it, nothing related with Yakuza, comes here, can't be in this country because they think he's Yakuza because he have shitloads of tattoos, and that's kind of like a little mind perspective. Well, wasn't have been discriminated some other sort, but yes, anybody can discriminate in any part of the world. So, example, this chick, even though she has a boyfriend, alright? And this is kind of like different rules. What if her country is our neighboring country up north? How's immigration laws? They're totally different. Or in other words, as long as they don't do anything wrong, so they don't give a shit. Right here, a little bit of the detail, they give a shit. What if her boyfriend comes in my country? He decided to, oh, guess what? I'm gonna wear a bunch of tattoos all over my body, just for the heck of it. He comes here in the U.S. of A. Well, you know, you have, and then the U.S. immigrations here says, guess what? You come from Japan and you have a bunch of tattoos. Forget it. We don't want Yakuza. You can't come here. What in her country? You Yakuza. This guy says no. Oh, get in. Why? Because they don't give a shit about that. All they give a shit is they need work. They need people there. You know, that's like how things work in Canada, right? Then it's the same thing is, even though you have discrimination in every part of the world, Jews in Germany, that's back in World War II, Native Americans, that's in some parts of the Americas, get discriminated too. Whichever, you know, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd that whenever you talk about the people working in the third largest economy as farmers, their country surpass number two. That could be a coincidence, and it's kind of odd. Yeah, that's true, because they're planting and farming in the Japanese fields. Their country surpass, and that country's like they're like their second strongest economy. Kind of odd is saying Mexico surpasses as the number one economy in the United States. It's kind of odd, and they still work in as farming. Or that's just it. Then it's kind of, there's things that are kind of odd, and there's kind of like saying discrimination could be in any part of the world. How is it in your country? How is discrimination, and how is, I have never expected with discrimination here. I actually wanted to, that's the J commentator. Yeah, I had like different kind of chicks, always wanted to go date a Japanese girl or a Japanese chick, but it's not because I don't like other chicks, but just randomly go out with them, go out with the different ones, and that's it. But other than that, even religion or whatever, okay, but we all need to live together, you know. Once you know your discrimination and what is discrimination, how is it being a, a black in Canada or a black in Japan or Latino in Japan or whatever? I know how it is being Spanish, somebody of Spanish origin in the United States. How is it for me? I was in Canada. There's people of Spanish origin in Canada. How is it being a person of Spanish origin in Japan? How is it being uh, in Germany, a Jew or an Asian in Germany, or a Christian in Saudi Arabia? And how is it discrimination goes in a different way? You know, even though there's places that I wanted to go and I never been, so it has to be so totally so different for me. So this is how it is. Discrimination, those silly laws, cherry cherry pick people when they come in the United States. They just cherry pick. Let's see who it is, whatever it is, you know. And guess who you gotta blame it? Hollywood. You gotta blame Hollywood for bringing Italians as mobsters, Colombians as drug dealers, and Hollywood has all the blame for the putting people labeled in the wrong reasons. You know. And this is when people have mind spected, and you know, people sometimes they don't know. They don't know until they do the action. Especially what it is. What's more important is the action, or what characters or what they're gonna do in whichever part of the world they do. And at least we have to like ease with discrimination. Doesn't matter. Ease with discrimination. You know, screw them Nazis. Screw these anti whatever. You know, because one of these days, you know, sometimes we have crap load of problems. People talking lies or whatever. You know, doesn't matter who it is, but follow up to discrimination and all of that. Sometimes sometimes us people, certain groups will be isolated. Isolated. Oh, you guys do this. You guys do that. You guys took steroids to beat us or whatever, man. There's drug tests. There's everything. Whatever. But discrimination, I hope what it is. Discrimination of class, discrimination of your background or whatever. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and tell me about discrimination in the country you are at. Gaijin, immigrant, or whatever. I hope you tell me how it is discrimination in your country. I already told you discrimination in the United States, a bit of brief, but I hope to hear yours. Goodbye, sayonara, hasta luego, adiós. Quiero ver su forma de discriminación. Gracias, arigato.